Hello, this is Kevin with Bangert Inc. And today's topic is talking about the version 19.11 Sage Estimating that was just released. This new component that we're going to take a look at is basically extension on top of the sequences. So the sequence tab is where we've been able to in the past to be able to go through and set up new pull tabs for the bottom of our spreadsheet in order to sort data. In previous versions, I could actually highlight a number of sequences, and there was a save default at the bottom that would actually save those default layouts for future estimates. Well, one of the drawbacks with that a little bit is you never really knew without creating a new estimate, what are my standard defaults? How do I get to see what they look like and so forth? So in this version, they've done a nice enhancement on that portion where this is what's in that estimate. But now I've got this database button over here where I can actually see what are those defaults. So if I created a new estimate, these would be the three that I would see. So if I want to take something from, let's say I would need one of these other ones that I want these to be over in my database. So I could say export this list, pick where it's going to put the file. This is actually going to turn around and create an Excel spreadsheet with that content in it. So keep this in the back of your mind, because now if I had one estimate that I really did a bunch of customization, not only could I save it for the database, but maybe I could pull that up for another estimate that I've already started on or already been working on that don't have all the tabs away that some other job that I've done have. So in this case here, I could be in another estimate, come back into import, pick that file, and it would actually create these tabs that were in that import file. Or maybe I could go to that Excel spreadsheet and maybe there's a couple of them that I don't need. I could delete them out and clean it up before I brought it into a new job. Same thing, vice versa for my database. So there's what was in my database initially. I want to edit what's in my database so I could add and duplicate existing ones and remove them and things of that nature for my existing ones. I could also go to import. There's that default layout file that I just created. So I'm going to pick it. So it's added two new ones to my list here. So now you notice these were the two that I just pulled up from that estimate. If there was one that you had in your master list here of database choices that maybe you've created since this estimate had been started. So here's one called location. So you could actually tag and highlight multiple ones if you needed it. So I'm just using control and kind of tagging certain ones. In this case, this is the only one that I don't have in the list for that estimate yet. So you could highlight multiple ones and then hit select, and it'll move those from your database into that particular estimate you're working on. So pretty nice little change here. So that way you get a little bit more control on knowing what those standard sequences are. Let me change them, modify them, things of that nature. Let me import them from other estimates easier and so forth. So nice little feature. Let me know what you think. Please make sure to comment down below, and also make sure to subscribe to stay on top of the most current content. Thank you for watching.